A Michigan mother now faces jail time after refusing to vaccinate her child. A circuit court judge ordering Rebecca Brado to bring her son's vaccinations up to date. Brado says that goes against her religious beliefs. Let's bring in Tom Caniff and Yodit Tewolde, both criminal defense attorneys and former prosecutors. So, Yodit, this woman, told the court she was going to do this, didn't do it. Now she's looking at a week in jail. Is that appropriate punishment?
You know, whether the punishment is short enough, long enough, I can't really say. However, it is criminal what she is doing, and that is blatantly disregarding the court's order. Now, in Michigan, they don't make it a crime for anyone to skip or delay a child's vaccinations for personal beliefs. But what made this issue criminal is her disregarding this court order, and that makes it criminal. Now, in November of last year, the judge ordered and ruled that this child should get vaccinations, and the mom agreed. The mom signed off on that, and now, almost a year later, the child hasn't received vaccinations, and she hasn't asked for the court to set aside that ruling. She never asked to have that court ruling appealed, and so in the court's eyes, you agreed to follow our orders, and you didn't, and so I should have you held in contempt. And holding somebody in contempt is punitive in nature. It's trying to deter any future acts that could be held in contempt of court.
Yeah.
And so I believe that it has to be that way. I don't think the judge had a choice.
On top of that, Tom, there's an ex-husband involved here. He apparently wants the son vaccinated, but, he's been sort of deprived of his voice in all of this.
Right. And as Yodit pointed out, John, violating a court order is serious enough. But more serious than that is this deals with the best interests of the child, which family courts, custody courts, matrimonial courts always hold paramount. More than that, it's not only the best interests of this child, but it's the best interests of the other children that attend the same school as this child, because as anyone in the any credible person, at least in the medical community, will tell you, there has been a resurgence in diseases that we thought long thought were relics: mumps, rubella, whooping cough, measles. Even tuberculosis is making a comeback, and it's attributable to this absolutely loony-kazoonie anti-vaccine movement that's based on no credible medical evidence.
Yeah, the study about that, Yodit, that first brought it to public prominence has been discredited. The idea that autism, for instance, is the result of vaccines. As you point out, she's had since November of last year to get these vaccinations accomplished, and now she's complaining that she didn't want to give her son 8 vaccinations within the course of a week.
Right, and so I hope that this is more than just a personal vendetta. You see it a lot in family courts where you have parents who are just so concerned about one-upping each other that in the situation, the child is the one that suffers. And so I hope it's more than just that, because she, like you said, she had ample time to say that, she disagreed with the court's ruling in getting her child vaccinated for personal or religious reasons. I have yet to understand what those reasons are. And so, like Tom said, there is no credible source or no medical group that says, no empirical data that says that vaccinations lead to autism or any other severe medical disease. So it's sad, and this is a debate that's widely debated now to this day. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore a court's order, or you're going to be held criminally liable. Period.
The custody battle between the two parents is apparently ongoing. He is going to get custody, her ex-husband, while she serves her 7-day jail sentence. Big argument as to whether maybe more custody is appropriate here. We'll see. We'll see what the judge decides. Tom Caniff, Yodit Tewolde, thank you both.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.